Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lucia and I would like to presentation about the annotated bibliography. And my topic today is the use of code switching in language learning. This is the outline for my presentation. The first is definition of code switching and research from other article, and the last is conclusion. First of all is about definition of code switching. Code switching occurs because of the use of functional different language. In addition, code switching is not just phenomena in a society where each other person use more than one language in communication. This also happens in the learning process where is in the current era of globalization many people want to learn foreign languages such as English to improve their ability in language and also help them if they want to vacation abroad. This is where in language a foreign language we as students must be accommodated to using English to speak in order to be accommodated to speaking English. In the world of education, there are a number of teachers or even lecturers in process of learning English still doing Indonesian coded doing Indonesia code switching in learning English. The use of code switching in learning English is very appropriate for the learning process because the use of code switching makes students accommodate to using code switching and it makes students not independent in development English on their own. And the next is about research from other article. The first is from Ahmad Badrul Himan 2009. In this article explains how to learn a foreign language in a classroom, where the teacher uses the code switching method in the learning process. This is caused due to the reduced level of English language proficiency among students, which causes the need to find out how to overcome it. Therefore, where the use of this method is expensive for students who lack understanding can help these students in learning foreign language. Therefore, teachers have used code switching as a means to provide students with opportunity to communicate and improve student understanding. Thus, the learning process can run according to the intended target and also students can look for the simplest word to clearly and confusing that might arise and also help students practice their vocabulary. And the second is from Gord Melendez, 2012. In this article by Gord, explain the pattern of code switching and talk about writing about emerging second year speaking Spanish and English children. In here, by use the bilingual term that they appear to describe children who can potentially develop two language and reading skill if sport in their immediate environment include home and school. And the third is from Liu Jingxia from 2010. And this article by Jingxia discuss about the problem of this method, especially use or rules L1 and TL, or there appear to be two opposing language aptitude between their target language exclusivity and the opposite, where the target language is not necessary for students to understand everything is It is taught them by the teacher and switch the first language damage the learning process. Therefore, they must teach entirely through TL to make a language come true, allow students to experience uncurrently and develop the innate language system of the student themselves. And the third is from Ari Iswanto Wibowo 2017. In this article, explain about the research involves and quality described study that provides describe data in this form of words right speech. Data collect data collective came from original speech transcript. However, it had been chosen and filtered based on the variable and stage or codemizing and code switching. And and then next is from Ugot Mercy 2009. In this article, described it is a alternative switch from one language to other language. There are even teachers who use fully Indonesian in the English learning process. Therefore, is is effective if the use of code switching is in a class where the majority of students are students who are learning English as their second language. In addition, using this method can make the lecturer or teacher ensure that the child can practice it in an environment that will be majority in people using English in communication. Therefore, code switching is a method that can provide patient influence in the process of learning language if using code switching in learning. In addition, code switching can cause various effects use if you use it too often in the process learning English. Thus the of code switching in learning English has a big influence in learning foreign language. And next is from Malik Jamal 2010. And this article by Malik explain about how to identify the significance of each function of code switching by asking teacher why they code switching and what specific pedagogic are called functions code switching server in the classroom. Qualitative student study based on several data was conducted in a certain into a to ascertain the teacher owners about the function of code switching at the macro level. This article also preliminary in nature attempt to highlight and explain some the function of code switching in the foreign language classroom. And and this paper has made attempt to be understand the trend of code switching in Pakistan EFL classroom. And the next is conclusion. Code switching is a learning method used by a teacher in delivering materials that aims to facilitate students in understanding the material. Using the code switching method is expanded to help students in the learning process of English being learned. Because students do not necessarily understand English fully, so code switching is done to that students more easily understand what is means by the teacher and students who are learning English are expected to understand more material submit. In addition, the use of code switching method is better use of students who are just starting English in a foreign language because students need to be adjust between the first language he goes to the second language, and therefore code switching is very embraced for the beginning of the foreign language learning process. If we use code switching in the teacher more effectively for early learners of foreign language, because usually early learners experience many abstract such as words in English that they do not know yet. And that's all for our presentation today. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.